It's given what? It's given what? It's given bad beat. Guys, I think she was vibing like this. And welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing okay and everybody is doing well. Another day, another Love Island review. Guys, you guys already know our final week of this season's reviews. I don't know, guys, I actually feel like today's episode was actually quite funny. I don't really care for talent shows too much, but the vibes in the villa today were definitely up there, and I won't lie, I did actually find it quite entertaining, but a lot of press on pickle and pack. So as I usually and always say, number one, if you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe and therefore join the family. Also be sure to follow me on my Instagram and also on my Twitter, particularly on Instagram because I'm trying to hit 7K very soon and your support will be great. And yeah, as I usually and always say, please get cozy, comfy, horror, bean and snacks, whatever you want, and let's get into today's review, which I don't think should be long to be honest, but yeah, let's get into it. So let's start off with the aftermath of everyone just feeling very happy that they saw their family and also their friends and all that good stuff. Let's start off with Scott talking to Lachlan about Abby and the fact that, you know, he is where she isn't, okay, and she is where he is not. So there's a lot that is going on there. Not really much, if I'm going to be honest with you. Scott definitely just needs to dead it. In the wildest, okay, in the wildest scenario, wildest plot twist or something, I would really love for Catherine to come back because I genuinely feel like her and Scott will take that 50k to the bank. But I genuinely just believe that Scott isn't interested in Abby. He did say that his mum and sis did like her though, and that was confirmation, but that he just needs things to slow down because he technically only met her parents, sorry, after 1 week of talking, which is actually very true. So do you know what I mean? And I have already been telling you guys this. I do feel like Abby just needs to take it slow. She's too fast with it. And I genuinely feel like she's given Scott the ick. That is my honest truth. But let's move on. So let's move on to Ella and Ty talking about their mums, speaking about weddings. Parents are actually team too much. You actually have to love them. But she said that there's no doubt in her mind about Tyrique and vice versa. I definitely see them both in the finals. And yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about Tyrique and Ella. They seem to have, I guess, improved and grown a lot over the past couple of episodes. And I do feel like out of the couples in the villa, they definitely are one of the strongest. So we'll love to see them in the finals. Now, of course, let's move on to Scott and Abby talking. He said that it's only been a few days since they started speaking and they basically agreed to disagree to also agree that they were going to take things slow, and I feel like that was probably the reassurance that Abby needed. The truth of the matter is, yeah, once again, I feel like sadly Scott actually hasn't been dealt the best of cards in the villa. Him and Catherine would have been great, but of course you know that she coupled up with Ellum and then all of that happened. So I genuinely feel like since Catherine left the villa, there's actually no one in the villa that Scott has been interested in, and it's a shame, okay, because you guys know Scott is literally the public's fave, but he just hasn't had any luck in that villa at all. Now let's move on to Jess talking to Sammy, speaking about her mum, and of course the fact that her mum's guard was up and all that good stuff. I guess they were just, yeah, just speaking about how happy they were to see each other's families and all that stuff as well. Once again, I have already said this before and I'll say it again, that I feel like Jess and Sammy being girlfriend and, I was about to say husband and wife, but Jess and Sammy being girlfriend and boyfriend still to me makes zero sense. I mean, I still just don't get it. I feel like the leaps and the jumps, it just doesn't really make any sense, but they were saying, oh, they're just really deep and they're so happy that they're deep. So good luck to them and that deepness, but I still just don't, it just seems a bit weird, you know? I don't know. Let me know if you agree or disagree down below, but I genuinely just feel like it seems a bit weird. Now let's move on to Abby and Mitchell having a conversation, and I don't really have much to say about this other than the fact that, oh my God, why am I getting a headache? Okay, Abby and Mitch, either you guys are going to couple up or you're wrapping this storyline up, because I don't understand why we are still having this conversation. I don't understand why we're still having this conversation. Of course, Mitch is the one that actually ended up pulling Abby for a chat, which makes me wonder once again, Mitch, what were you hoping to get out of that conversation? What was the outcome? Because it makes absolutely no sense. So of course, they were speaking about, oh, my mum said this and my mum said that, you know, there's still feelings there. And she was like, what feelings to me? And he was like, no, you have feelings to me. She was like, no, like, no way. No, there's just no way. I just don't have feelings for you. Like, I just don't. And then it just back and forth, guys. I've already told you about this scenario once again. They just need to wrap it up. Are you guys going to couple up or are you going to keep things going? I mean, I just didn't really understand the entire point of that scene. I'm sorry, the conversation on repeat. Why? We've both moved on. It is what it is. Of course, Ellaby ended up coming, you know, walking over, I guess low-key interrupting, which I'm actually very happy that she did. And she was also trying to figure out why, they were having this conversation again, because she thought all of the things were done. You guys know Mitch now ended up walking off, saying, I'm not doing this. Abby's like, Okay, and then Mitch and Ella B now had a conversation, and Ella B was just like, yeah, I just thought everything was done. So I just need them to wrap it up. I feel like it's very pointless and they're wasting our time. I just don't get why we have to relive the exact same conversation with the exact same people over the exact same scenarios. It's given lack of growth and we need to progress. Thank you. Now let's move on briefly to Ella and Whitney having a conversation about how happy they are that they squashed their beef and saying that, you know, we're sisters, we fight. And I definitely hear it. I've literally, me and my sister have literally been biting each other's ears, and in the next 2 minutes, what do you want to eat? And then we go and eat together. So definitely I do understand, and I feel like it is possible for friendships to also be rekindled as well. And yeah, I'm just very glad that they're good now, good vibes, good energy between them. And yeah, out of all the girls, I definitely love Ella and Whitney the most. So yeah, glad to know that they're both in good spirits. Now let's move on to nighttime. Not really much to discuss other than the fact that everyone was lipsing up in bed, and the camera tried to zoom in to that very interesting bracelet that Molly gifted Zach yesterday. Oh guys, that was the most awkward, one of the most awkward scenes we've actually seen in Love Island history. It was so forced. It was actually so forced. I actually don't even care for it. Now let's move on to the following morning. Not really much to discuss other than the girl chats and also the boy chats as well. In regards to the boys, they were all just speaking about Sammy. Sammy saying he's very happy that Jess is his girlfriend, and that, you know, before speaking to his parents, asking her to be his girlfriend was a big risk. Very interesting. Do people usually ask for their parents' permissions for girlfriend and boyfriend? No, it's usually the other way around. So interesting comment. And you guys now be picking up on the most interesting thing. Zach also telling the guys about the bracelet. I think Lachlan was like, oh, that's so nice. And then airtime, yeah, because we actually don't care. I don't know, guys. If you care for Zach and Molly down below, let me know. But I do not care. Okay, on behalf of the public, I'm speaking on behalf of the UK public. We don't care about that bracelet, and I don't think we care about Zach and Molly. Now let's move on to the girls chatting. Jess said, or what did she just say? Oh yeah, Sammy needs to prove to her mum in time that he is the right person for her. Abby was saying that she's conflicted about the entire Scott situation, and that her heart is telling her one thing and her mind is telling her the other. One thing that I did really love was Whitney was just like, honestly, you need to watch boys' actions instead of what they say. Like, you literally need to listen to boys like this, and I definitely hear it. Actions 100% always speak louder than words, and you can't be telling me certain things and doing other things. But at the same time, I do genuinely just feel like Abby is expecting way too much from Scott way too soon. Okay, way too soon. Even her saying, oh, you don't even make me this, you don't even make me that. I don't know how long you and Mitch were together for, but you actually like willingly coupled up with each other. Things were different with me and the dynamics were different. So I just feel like Abby just needs to rest. I feel like she's just doing she's doing a lot. And yeah, of course she ended up saying as well, oh, is it me? And she started crying, and Whitney and Molly were like, no babe, it's not you, it is you, babe. Unfortunately, you've actually given this guy the ick because you laid it on too hard too soon. And yeah, that's that. So let's move on to Ella was asking Scott about how do you feel about Abby? And of course Ty was there, Lachlan was there, and Whitney was there. Ty actually said, by the way, it's not, oh, I also missed a bit. Whitney actually told what's her name? There's a huge helicopter outside making so much noise, I don't know why. But Whitney actually told Abby that she heard from the boys that Scott was actually going to lock her off, which is why she ended up crying. So of course, fast forward to this scene, Ty was like, oh, by the way, it wasn't me. So I guess that was Ty just letting Scott know, I know you told the boys this in confidence and I didn't say a word. Of course, but Scott was just letting them know that they are just at different places right now and he can't force himself to be where he isn't. And I do have to hear it. The girls were just like, you know what, you need to start doing more for her. And the guys were just like, you need to tell her what it is. And like I said, the truth of the matter is that I don't actually think that Scott likes Abby. Now let's move on to Abby now pulling Scott for a chat, and first thing he said when he sat down was, what have you heard? Because clearly he knows things are going around the villa. Abby was just like, yeah, this how I'm feeling. Whitney told me this. Yeah, but I'm just, you know, because Whitney. And one thing I have noticed about Abby is when she like confronts people, tries to speak to people, she always finds a way to weave in other people to her mess. It's very interesting. She done it as well with the whole Tyrique what's it called, when they had that fire pit situation and Tyrique was talking and she was just throwing in her 2 pence there and all this stuff. So very interesting. Okay, sis almost had to drag down Whit, but Whit and Scott are besties, so I'm sure he probably didn't even care. Of course, what Scott did say, you know, we don't have to dead it off or go at a new pace, we can just be chilled about it. And Abby did say that she can't force a connection with someone who doesn't want to kiss or cuddle her, but she is very happy that she low-key received a bit of reassurance. And like I said, it's because Abby has honestly given Scott the ick. I feel like Scott probably did like Abby in the beginning, but sis was just doing too much, too hard, too soon. And now he's just like, you're scaring me, okay? You're actually, do you want him to propose tomorrow? Thank you very much. Now let's move on to the boys talking at the same time whilst Abby and Sammy were having that combo. Not Abby and Sammy, Abby and Scott, sorry, were having that conversation. Sammy was like, what did Sammy say again? He was talking about all honesty and, oh, you know, like he's lying through his teeth. And I just need, you know, the lights are on but no one's home, okay? The call is coming from inside the house because Sammy, I know that's not you talking about honesty. Have you been honest with Jess since you guys have been girlfriend and boyfriend? Have you? Okay. Let's focus on our own focus, shall we? Okay, thank you very much. Now let's move on to, of course, the guys ended up getting a text that it was time for the talent show. And guys, like I said, I don't usually care for the talent show, but this talent show was actually good vibes, okay? It was actually good vibes and I was actually laughing. Before we even get started, let's address the fact that Abby was dressed as the clown. And you know what's funny? When the camera was zooming into the legs, because it was showing them walking, and then it zoomed up, I said, there's no way Abby's dressed as a clown. There's no way Abby's dressed as a clown. There's just no way Abby is dressed as a clown. But let's get into the talent, because the talent was really talented in today's talent show. So let's start off with Molly. She came with the hula hoops and ended up doing the splits. Quite cute. I guess I felt like the performance went on for time. Like she was still spinning the hoop and I was just like, we're still here. But yeah, that was quite good. I actually like hula hoops. I think they're quite fun. So yeah, let's move on to Locken. He came as a frisbee player and also told us that he actually played for Great Britain 10 years ago. Okay. All right, Locken, I see you, babe. And of course, he was doing his frisbee thing. It was so cute how everyone was so excited for him anytime he managed to get an object off of those sticks, which was actually really cute. Did I say sticks? I meant stands. But anyway, yeah. Let's move on to Big Ty and, not Big Ty, sorry, Big Whit and Ty. Guys, Big Whit and Ty need to actually get into the studio because the tune was a tune. It's given what? It's given what? It's given bad beat. Guys, I think she was vibing like this. I won't lie, it was really good. It was actually quite a good song. I won't even lie. It just needs a bit of tuning, a bit more HD mics, you know, some audio, a bass, or something. They just need to get into the studio, okay? Because it's given bad B. Big Whit and Ty, I love the duo. Okay, I loved the duo. Sammy came doing up headstands and juggling. Cute. Okay. Zach came playing basketball. He said he used to play it before. What was really cute was he wanted to do the final dunk and he was just like, oh, I need for my last dunk, I need someone to come join me. Ty was like, oh, pick me. I won't lie, it was such good vibes in this talent show. He ended up getting Locken and they done the final dunk. Ella B came as a dancer. She said she's actually been dancing since the age of 3, and I think she says she's won a championship or something like that. Guys, Ella B delivered, okay? I really like her. She's really cute, she's really pretty, clearly very talented. Sis was delivering, okay? It was really giving talent, okay? It was definitely giving talent. Of course, next was Abby. No, guys, she actually came dressed as a clown. Just how she's been acting. The producers are just too much. Okay, they're too much. But you guys know Abby came making balloons. I think she made a crown. She made a heart or something like that. But yeah, that clown outfit, very on brand. Okay, very on brand. Now, of course, Ella and Jess came up doing bump and grind, aka you got served, you got a little wine, a little pop like a... little pop look and drop it, and then they ended up dancing on their men as well, which is very interesting. Cringe, because I could never do that, but they actually did perform quite well. Mitch came doing a so Mitch came to toast. He was roasting, sorry, I'm hungry maybe, but anyway, he was roasting the Islanders. Guys, I don't know why the producers kept that mic on. I was cringing. Okay, I was actually cringing. I didn't want to go through all of the roast because I'll be very honest with you, I just don't know why that mic was kept on, but only Mitch could do that. But genuinely, I don't even know why. But the funniest was, for me, sorry, was when he was speaking about Locken and Whitney, like, oh, you guys think you're great, but wait till you get onto the outside. You could hear a pin drop. You could actually hear a pin drop, and Whitney was like, it's the crickets, because not only could we hear the crickets in the villa, we could actually hear the crickets here, because there was nothing that we can say. Like, he actually tried, and it was a fail. It was actually a fail, but I won't lie, it was absolutely hilarious. Anything else? No, not really much to discuss. Oh sorry, nothing more to discuss for the whole Mitch. Last but not least, of course guys, we had Scott doing a little number one for us. The truth of the matter is Scott is extremely tone deaf. Okay, but he just looked so cute whilst he was singing. I can't even be mad. Like, nah, I had to support. He actually put in energy. He put in effort. He put in energy. He actually tried. I'm sorry. That performance was hilarious, but so cute. But it was so off. Like, he is 100% tone deaf. Of course, as you guys know, we ended up getting a little, I don't know, a little preview, a little something of tomorrow night about that Love Island Grafties winners or something like that. That the winners, we voted for winners or something like that. What is that? I don't know what that is. Have they done that before? I honestly feel like I'm seeing and hearing this for the first time. So yeah, Love Island Grafties or Grafters Awards, whatever that is. So yeah, be very interesting, I guess. But you can definitely feel the energy that the season is wrapping up. I'm definitely getting that vibe. But yeah, guys, overall, I actually feel like that was quite an enjoyable episode. The talent show actually had me crying. And as you can see, some of the islanders actually have some really good talent, okay? But yeah, I'd love to know what you guys would actually think of tonight's episode down below as well. As always, if you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe and definitely join the family. Also, be sure to follow me on my Instagram and also on my Twitter at Sarah Destiny. Why did I say that? Twitter. Also on my Twitter at Sarah Destiny X. But other than that, guys, I want to thank you so much for your love and also for your support. Please do take care, stay blessed, and I shall see you tomorrow. Bye.